So when it comes to holding angles, you've got two different types of angle to hold. We've got IQ here in green corridor, and this is the area of the map that we're trying to fight over at the moment. There's two different types of angles, aggressive and passive. If you're holding an aggressive angle, you're holding the angle, like actively holding the angle where the enemy is going to appear from. So this angle here. The dangers with holding an aggressive angle is if someone knows the map well and they've got great game sense and they know someone's going to be in that area, they can quick peek it. You can see if someone's going to be there or not, or they can pre-fire it. And you're a goner. Actually, don't pre-fire the wall, like trying to pre-fire where the opponent's head's going to be. Oh, maybe I did, because there's a shot there. Anyway, that's my point. That's an aggressive angle. You're actively holding the area the opponent's going to come from. What you can then do instead is hold a passive angle, which is far safer. And if I'm brutally honest, what better players will do is use a passive angle combined with some utility, which I'll show you in just a second. That's why we're playing Melusi. So a passive angle is you're still holding the same area, except you just back off slightly. So this is a passive angle of the aggressive angle we were just holding. So we know that someone's going to be appearing from that side of the map. We can hold like it's got an off angle or a passive angle like this. And what we're then waiting for ideally is a sound cue, or we're just going to pre-fire and swing and you know, get the right area. And we're not from the passive angle, you can't be killed. It's difficult to try and explain what I mean here, but just bear with me. I hope this is making sense. From a passive angle, I can't get shot from this angle until IQ pushes up to like this. But by then, we should have done something about it. So the reason you hold a passive angle is, let's just say we've got a Melusi Banshee, or we've got some barbed wire. You would hold the passive angle, and then as soon as you get that sound cue that someone's in the area, you pre-fire and peek the corner. As soon as you get that information from either barbed wire, a goo mine, a Melusi Banshee, an aloe mine, whatever it might be. So if I just use the other PC quickly, and I walk IQ forward now, and we know now, based on that, she's there. And that's what you get the information from to come from the passive angle to make it more aggressive. Let me just move out of that Banshee. There's nothing worse than holding an aggressive angle and you get pre-fired off the face of the earth and everyone goes, oh my god, he's cheating. It's just people know certain angles to hold. For example, let's just go to bottom white stairs quickly. Depending on what elo you're in, if I'm on bottom white stairs now, the first thing I'll do, before I even quick peek or look at what's the top of here, I will pre-fire top white stairs every time. Because there's so many people that hold an aggressive angle like this onto bottom white stairs. And if you start learning what these angles that people hold is, you'll just smudge them off the map immediately. So as soon as you get to the bottom white stairs, I always pre-fire that angle because people aggressively hold it. If you've been put a Banshee here instead, and you held white stairs like this, you can't be shot from this angle. As soon as that Banshee goes off, that's when you pre-fire, where you swing and pre-fire, or you know they're going to be in this area. When you place stuff like Banshees and goo mines and things like that down, just make note of where they're going to go off. So you know the area's here. So if it starts going off, you know the bottom of the stairs. You know head height for the bottom of the stairs is going to be around here, or crouch height. And they're dead. And again, if someone's put a goo mine down, make a note of where the goo mine is. There's no point in putting a goo mine here if you're playing a passive angle like this, because they're going to be on the goo mine before they get there. So you want the goo mine down at the bottom. You know the goo mine's at the bottom of the stairs. You hear it go off, and they're dead. They're a dead, they're a goner. They're a goner or they're dead. Both work. So that's the difference. Aggressive angles put you in danger. Sometimes can get kills quicker. I prefer passive angles, but there's no point in holding a passive angle unless you've got that utility. The only way you could hold a passive angle and not have utility, and this is always difficult because there's so many sounds going on in around a siege, is if the IQ walks down and we don't say anything here. That's the only other bit of information you're going to have. You got to listen for that sound command. If that IQ's crouch walking, listen to how quiet this is now. That's with no other sound in the map. Listen to how quiet that crouch walk is. It's so quiet. And with no other sound in the map, it's almost unhearable. Is that a word? I almost can't hear it. It's unhearable. It's unaudible. Inaudible. I don't know. You know what I mean? You can barely hear it. Whereas, you know, you've got someone fighting in showers. You've got things going on upstairs. You've got fuse charges going off. There ain't no way you're hearing that crouch walk. So you really need to have that utility to hold a passive angle. But they're the two different angles. Passive and aggressive.